How do I tell my daughter about learning new skills? With a note from Dad.
Hi, Avery. I want to talk to you about learning new skills. Yesterday at jiu-jitsu practice, we worked on takedowns, and I felt a bit overwhelmed since the move we were learning was new to me. We practiced twisting your opponent, squatting down, grabbing their leg, and taking them down to the mat. When I started, I felt embarrassed since I couldn't even start because I could not understand how to move my hands and feet the right way. Thankfully, I was working with Leeroi, who was very patient and encouraging. After practicing these moves for several minutes, a remarkable thing happened. I slowly started to get good at it. I began to understand the moves in my mind and body. After a while, I was sweating and having a great time doing the moves at full speed. What started out as new and uncomfortable became familiar and fun. Learning new things can feel uncomfortable whether you are 6 or 46. If we can stick with it, we can learn new things and feel great about our development. I love you. Love, Dad.
I was at jiu-jitsu practice yesterday, and the instructor showed a move, and whenever they show a move, it always is so polished, it's so slick. And then when you go from looking at it to trying it, it's like, what's the first thing I do? And that always happens. There's always a little bit of a learning curve, especially when you're a white belt, when you're starting out and you haven't done it a lot. And yesterday was no exception. I was like, how on earth am I going to be able to do this? And I'm going to waste my partner's time. But eventually I got it. I picked up on it. It took some time. It took some fixing and correcting. But eventually I started to love it. I was getting a sweat going and I was getting into it. And by the end of the class, I was like, wow, I know this move so well now. I had a blast doing it. And I'm leaving the class in such a better space than when I started. And I just thought that was so cool. But if I gave up, if I quit, if I had a lousy attitude, it wouldn't have worked out that way. So that's what I want to try and do with these notes, is let my daughter know that when you're 6 years old, you're going to feel lousy if something is beyond your capacity. And the same thing is true when you're in your 40s. You're going to have those same limitations. But just like when you're young, when you're old, you got to stick with it. You got to give yourself some grace, and you got to keep working on it. And then the cool thing is you'll start to be able to do it, and you're going to feel great at the end of it. So I hope you enjoyed that note. I hope she does. I'm going to read it to her before bed. And that is today's note from Dad.